Okay, there's no need to adjust your screen because what you're looking at right now is a small, I guess you could say, win for Colin Kaepernick and his team going forward. So, as we all know, over the last year, Colin Kaepernick and his team have been building up a case against the NFL on the collusion case, basically proving that they have been doing underhanded and shady things to keep him from getting gainful employment in the NFL. We actually saw this play out in real time over the course of last year, to the point where if they didn't go forward with this case, we knew that it would have been fucked up. But we wouldn't have been upset at the same time because we know how the NFL operates. And many of us have gone forward in saying that we are boycotting the NFL altogether. But this is actually a very good thing, because what's going to end up happening now is the people who are involved, because they found a lot of shit, and I'm going to read the article, they're going to have to testify. They're pretty much going to all be served, and they're going to have to go forth before a judge and in a courtroom with a jury and testify. So it's going to be like Colin Kaepernick probably versus the NFL. So this is going to be a very interesting case. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is read this article and see what other information we can find out. In a major blow to the NFL, an arbitrator has ruled that Colin Kaepernick's collusion case can proceed because he has produced sufficient evidence that the league and its owners colluded to keep him off the field. The ruling by Stephen B. Burbank, an arbitrator who was appointed by the league and the NFL Players Association, said lawyers for Kaepernick, a free agent quarterback, had unearthed enough information in the past year for the case to proceed to a full hearing. After months of depositions and document searches, the lawyers will be able to question league officials, owners, and others in a trial-like format. The decision was revealed by Mark Geragos, Kaepernick's lawyer. It says on August 28th, the system arbitrator denied the NFL's request that he dismiss Colin Kaepernick's complaint, alleging that his inability to secure a player contract since becoming a free agent in March 2017 has been due to an agreement among team owners in the NFL that violates Article 17, Section 1 of the collective bargaining agreement between the NFL and the NFLPA union. The NFL, which had moved for summary judgment to end the case, declined to comment. A hearing would most likely begin by the end of the year, though it is possible the two sides could settle the case before then. Kaepernick is seeking damages equal to what he would have earned if he were still playing in the league. The decision, which was made public on Thursday, is likely to inflame an already noxious controversy inside the league over what to do about players who have been protesting during the national anthem. The season begins on September 6th. In August 2016, Kaepernick was the first player to kneel during the anthem to raise awareness of police brutality and other forms of social injustice. Now, what's interesting is this article pretty much just explained why he was doing it, but you'll have people over at Fox News and other places that will say otherwise. Since then, dozens of other players have joined Kaepernick, creating a schism between fans, sponsors, and owners. It has also led a barrage of attacks by 45, who has said the owner should fire any player who does not stand for the anthem. In May, the league tightened its policy to force players to stand for the anthem instead of just suggesting they stand, but the NFL decided not to enforce the policy, while league executives and the players' union discussed whether or how to proceed. This summer, the NFL asked the arbitrator to determine whether there was enough evidence to proceed. Arbitrators often allow cases to proceed to a hearing, but the Kaepernick case has attracted so much attention, it would have been difficult for Burbank to dismiss it as the league had hoped. Politically, if you're the arbitrator in a case as big as this is, there's no way to throw it out, said Charles Grantham, a former executive with the National Basketball Players Association, who now teaches at the Center for Sport Management at Seton Hall University. We knew that as soon as 45 put his fingerprints on the issue. So basically, y'all can blame 45 for the reason why this is going forward. Kaepernick filed a grievance against the NFL in October, accusing the owners of conspiring to not offer him a new contract because of his decision to protest during the playing of the national anthem. Since he became a free agent in March 2017, Kaepernick has not been invited to work out for a team or been offered a new contract. Some team officials have quietly suggested that Kaepernick's best years are behind him, while others said they did not want to sign him to play as a backup. Kaepernick, who is now 30, played 6 years with the 49ers and led them to the Super Bowl in his second season. John Elway, the former Denver Broncos quarterback who is now general manager for the team, muddied the waters further when he told the NFL Network that he did not sign Kaepernick because the player had once been offered a contract and turned it down. Elway, though, did not say that he offered Kaepernick a contract in 2016 when he was set to receive $12 million from the 49ers and months before he protested. Kaepernick said no because he would have to take a pay cut to join the Broncos. Elway said that he did not sign Kaepernick when he became a free agent the following year, even though he might have accepted far less than $12 million to play in Denver. Elway did not say explicitly that he shunned Kaepernick because he protested during the anthem, but Kaepernick's lawyers contend that the quarterback was still talented enough to play in the NFL and that he was willing to be a backup. The NFL has shunned Kaepernick because of his political views and his decision to protest during the anthem, his legal team argued. During discovery, Kaepernick's lawyers have requested hundreds of pages of documents from the league office and teams. It is also questioned in closed-door sessions owners of the Cowboys, the Patriots, and other teams, as well as league officials, including Commissioner Roger Goodell and Troy Vincent, the executive vice president for football operations. Cases alleging collusion against sports leagues are often difficult to win because there is rarely a smoking gun, document, or directive instructing owners to act in a coordinated way against a player or players. One notable exception came in the late 1980s when Major League Baseball was roiled by several cases brought by the players and their union that accused team owners of trying to keep down salaries. The cases ended in a settlement worth $280 million. If Kaepernick wins his case in a full hearing, he would be eligible to receive the money he might have received if he were signed as a free agent. The damages would be triple. Eric Reid, who was one of the first players to protest with Kaepernick when both of them were on the 49ers, has also filed a grievance against the league. Reid became a free agent this offseason, and though he is considered one of the best safeties on the market, he has yet to be signed by a team. Very interesting, and that's Eric Reid that's right next to him, in case y'all didn't know. This was very interesting, and I hope Kaepernick goes all the way, and I hope that he wins. And even if he doesn't win, the fact of the matter is he has exposed the NFL for who and what they truly are. So technically, in a way, he's already won. But you know what? It's nothing wrong with securing a few bags. Well, damn near securing the bank. So I said go for it all. And that's at triple his amount. So if he was to be paid $12 million, 12 times 3, $32 million. But we'll see what happens as this case goes forward. And of course, I'm gonna try to stay updated on it as well. I hope you will too. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. The links will be down below. I'll talk to you in the next one.